Hey kids, comics. Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today, in honor of Women's History Month, I bring you an issue of Lois Lane. This is number 62 from, I think it's 1966. Now, the thing to know about Women's History Month this year in 2020, its focus is on women getting the vote, the 100th year anniversary of women getting the vote in the United States. Now, I searched high and low in my comic book collection, and I can't find anything in my comic books that mention anything about women's suffrage. So this is the next best thing. This issue, this cover has always been one of my favorites. It's about Superman and Lois Lane running for Senate. And a vote for Superman is a vote in vain. Vote instead for Lois Lane. Here's the best part. Friends, don't let Superman's ball of fire stunt razzle-dazzle you. He's a conceited, glory-hungry politician. So this is a classic Silver Age Lois Lane tale. You've got the Kurt Schaffenberger art that just enhances everything he touches. It's just fun and funny. Cal is basically running for Senate, and Lois takes issue with his tactics, which she feels is, geez, he's sure showing off a lot. Boy, he sure is arrogant. Do we really need a senator who's, behaving this way? So she decides to run for Senate too. And she also has a member of her, she has her own fan club, and she is the fan club president. I mean, that looks a little bit like Elizabeth Warren, doesn't it? Yet she persists. So Lois Lane runs as well. But it turns out that basically, and I love this part. She has some fantasies about how she's going to serve in the Senate, and here she is. You can tell dream sequences in Lois Lane books because see the little squiggly lines. And even though Superman was my opponent for senator, I propose our nation designate a National Superman Day every year to honor America's greatest benefactor, Man of Steel. It's like, boy, you get all the way to the Senate and that's what you want to do? But, I digress. Now, it turns out that both Lois and Cal are disqualified because this entire thing was a scheme by Cal to thwart Mr. Mixie-Pitalik. And obviously, if, as some of you know, the way to get rid of that little imp is to get him to say his name backwards. They figure out a way to do that, and it all comes, to an end. But the issue still is, well, who's going to run for Senate? Who's going to be the senator? And so the governor has to pick somebody, and he picks. Wait for it. Perry White, who, has no experience, had demonstrated no interest, but as far as I can tell from this story, is thrilled with this idea because he gets to wear a morning coat and drink tea and act like a big shot. Now, the best part of the story, I guess, is Lois is like, hey, wait a minute. Since Perry's going to go to Washington, D.C., maybe I'm going to take over as editor because, I've been at it for a while and I'm pretty good. But no, meet Van Benson, your new editor. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner, years of experience, and Lois is like an outsider. They always hire from outside. But then, of course, he mesmerizes her. I've always enjoyed your work. I'm glad you're on my team. And then, of course, she changes tune rapidly. What a dreamboat. Working for him might be even more fun than being senator. Maybe he can make me forget Superman. So, maybe, but probably not. So there you go. Another episode of the wonderful, wacky Silver Age Lois Lane. I really can't get enough of it. And it was as close as I could come to honor the theme of this year's Women's History Month from celebrating 100 years of women's suffrage. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.